Something just happened in the real estate market that I don't think people are fully clocking yet. We just got new pending home sales data. And when you zoom out, it looks like the housing market may have already put in its low back in late summer, specifically August of this year. It's what I've said before. I think August is going to prove to be the bottom. Now, let me explain what I mean. Pending sales, which matter far more than headlines, came in up month over month and year over year, not just in one pocket, in all four regions. Now, this is a big deal because pending home sales tell you what buyers are actually doing. Like they lead closings, they lead momentum. So when you see that turn, that's usually the first signal or a first signal of the market shifting. And it honestly lines up with what I've been watching all year long. And it really comes down to one primary thing. Ding, ding, ding. No surpriser here. Mortgage rates. As we finish 2025, mortgage rates are sitting near the low sixes for the year. And if you've got decent credit and an actual down payment, you're effectively buying homes in the high fives. Now, this is not cheap money by any stretch of the imagination, especially when you compare it to where rates were pre-COVID. But it's enough to get people moving again. It's enough to get people off the sidelines again. And this is the reality. These are facts. You can see this in actual buyer traffic. It's up double digits. And here's the weird part. It's happening heading into winter. And just in case you didn't know this is not normal. Normally things slow way down during this time of the year. This time, demand is actually picking up. And to me, that says less about winter strength and more about how bad the spring season really was. People just didn't disappear. They waited. And now those that have waited are actually now playing the game, stepping back up to the plate. We're not snapping back to where a lot of people think that we may end up going, the Jerry Springers of the real estate. We're not heading into some crazy crash, nor do I believe we're heading into some type of frenzy. I think this is more slower, that this is more structural, but even a modest increase in transactions next year, let's call it 7-8%, or maybe double digits into 10%, actually matters a lot more than people realize. Housing isn't just housing. It touches construction. It touches lending. It touches labor. It touches material. It touches services. It's over 10% of the economy. So for the last couple of years, housing has been an absolute drag. If you're in this business, the last 2 to 3 years have been rough. I mean, major headwinds. And if the economy can still grow while housing is working against it, what happens when housing just stops being a problem? I mean, that's how you get upside surprises. Now, let's talk about the crash narrative, the Jerry Springers of the real estate world for just a minute, because I still see it everywhere. You have this massive chunk of homes in this country that are owned outright, no mortgage at all. And most of the homes that do have debt, they're locked into very low, extremely low fixed rates. That means that most people's shelter costs are stable, artificially low even. That doesn't mean that prices are only going to go up forever, but it does mean that the system is a lot more stable than people want to admit. New loan structures, longer durations, policy conversations around affordability, all of these things have happened and are happening. So here's the part that actually matters as we head into 2026. The edge is not predicting the exact month that rates will dip. I think that's a fool's errand. I think the real edge is actual positioning, cleaning up your balance sheet, understanding your buying power, your buy box, stabilizing properties that you do have that maybe need to be stabilized, knowing how deals actually work in your market and where to buy. And maybe most important, being around people who are thinking long term instead of emotionally. 2025 is almost over. In fact, it's going to be over here in just a few days. The fog is lifting. Excitement is building. Optimism is far more accessible and ready. And so many of the agents that I speak to And the people who will do well in this next cycle will be the ones who are ready before anyone else realized the shift already happened. And if this helped you see the market more clearly, do your boy a favor and just drop a comment. I'll keep breaking this stuff down on the weekly and on the daily. No hype, just all signal, and I'm hoping it helps. I'll see you in the next video.